Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Now, as some of you may or may not be aware, svbony now sponsor my channel. So therefore, I do get a lot of questions about some of their products. And one reoccurring question is these fellas, the gold band or the red band when it comes to this series of eyepiece. Which one is the best? So I thought I'd put this short video together just in case you are thinking of purchasing one of these, and it might just make your decision that little bit easier. Okay, red or gold? Like I say, this question comes up a lot, and I'll be perfectly honest about these and give you a little rundown, because there's some things that I think you need to be aware of when it comes to these two eyepieces. Right, what I've got here is I've got the 20mm of both eyepieces, the red and the gold. So now let's get one thing pretty clear, and to be honest with you, optically, these two eyepieces are pretty identical. So you may be saying, well, what's the point in doing a red and a gold line? And I'll be honest, I think that sometimes because, like I say, optically, they're absolutely spot on with each other, but there are some difference, and they're mainly cosmetic, and some of them little cosmetic details may be a problem for some of you. And I'll talk about the gold first, because this is the one that I think that may cause some of you a little bit of problems. And it's all down to, because if we've put these side by side, you can see, like I say, these are both the 20mm. Pretty much the same size, they're pretty much the same weight, but in the actual design of them, as you can see, or the cosmetic side of them is completely different. But if we look at the gold series, one thing I want you to look at is this barrel design. I hope the camera's picking that up okay. You can see that it's got like a taper to it. It like starts fat at the bottom and moves in a like a taper form in the thingy. Now they do this purely, it's a little bit like when you put these little gnarled extra bits on barrels here. It's just for added security, that's all. When you get them little thumb screws, it just holds the eyepiece better in the star diagonal or Barlow, maybe what you're using. But it's the Barlow lens I want to talk about here, where people are having issues, including myself. I've had issues with this. On these gold lines with this taper, you'll find that certain Barlows, if you do like to use a Barlow lens, it's really difficult to get them in. Now it does go in with a little bit of a push, but that's not what we want really, you know, when it's pitch black and it's hard to see. Now, like I say, it's not all Barlow lens this happens with, and I have actually found it in certain diagonals as well, that this tapered design of the gold is actually, in my opinion, the biggest issue with them. But where both these eyepieces stand out, really, is what's called their apparent field of view. Now, this is just simply the area of sky that you can see around the target. More sky you can see, the longer, especially in non-motorized mounts like this. You've noticed if you're looking at the moon, you know, it moves across the field of view eventually. Well, the bigger the field of view, it's going to stay in the field of view a lot longer. And these boast, I think it's this one's I need my glasses actually, not to get this wrong. Put my specs on. Yeah, this one's the gold one is a 66-degree field of view, and the red one is slightly bigger, as 68. And you know what? I have thought this myself, and I have seen it on a few astronomy forums where it's more like a 66, the more like a 68, both of them. It's so, the difference is so minimal, you'll never ever notice it. I don't notice it anyway. But this wide field of view is also great for deep sky targets. When you're looking for deep sky targets, you need a low magnification and a nice wide field of view. And this is what both this range of eyepiece offer. Now, both eyepieces also have a great eye relief. That's how far you have to have your eye away from the eyepiece to get the full field of view in. And I think it's around about 17 millimeters on both of them. So that means if you do have to wear these things at the eyepiece, it's not a problem, because I know a lot of people struggle, especially on the higher powered eyepieces, to actually get the full field of view. You're not going to have any problem with these, I can guarantee it. Now, moving on to the red one. Now, this is my preferred eyepiece of the two. If somebody put me on behind my back, twisted me on behind my back, which one, red or gold, I'd go for red. Now, the red line is, like I say, both of them are pretty much optically identical. There's very, very little. I'm sure it's the same lens arrangement that's in both eyepieces. But what you're going to get with the red line is a slightly more superior and quality feel. Definitely, because as you can see, we've got a standard barrel on it. We've also got this lovely rubber grip here, and it just feels better. It's better in the dark. And if you are new to astronomy, what you're going to find is all your eyepieces and all your Barlows are really easy to organize when you're in the house, you know, or in the daytime. But as soon as you get outside and the light is minimal, just something as simple as having a nice knurled grip just gives you confidence in the dark, basically. Now, another question that keeps cropping up, especially when people are buying new eyepieces, is will it work with my telescope? Now, back in the day, I would say, look, I've never had an eyepiece that doesn't work with a telescope. And that's usually I'm referring to like the Plottle design of eyepiece. But these modern eyepieces with this wider field of view, what I find is that these both work absolutely and full range just about in slower telescopes, something like an f8 or above. Now, on the faster telescopes, and you'll know what's a telescope, slow or fast, if you don't really know what I'm talking about there. It's usually the focal length. If you've got a longer telescope, you know that it's going to be a pretty slow telescope. The shorter tube telescope, well, they're fast, unless of course it's like a Maksutov Cassegrain. But on the on a fast telescope, the 6 and 9 millimeter work absolutely fantastic. But what I have found on the gold line, especially, well, both of them actually, but I've just noticed it slightly more on the gold line. On the slower telescopes, when you get to on the faster telescopes, the shorter tube ones, when you get to like 18 to 20 millimeter, you do notice a little bit of distortion around the edge of the field of view. But you know what, to be honest, I don't look at the edge of the eyepiece anyway. You know, you're always going to center what you're looking at as best you can in the center of the eyepiece anyway. But that's the only downside I've found on faster telescopes. The lower or the lower the magnification or the higher the number, just has that slight bit of distortion. But on the high power, they work absolutely fantastic. So in conclusion, which should you buy? Well, like I say, I'll go for the red. Usually the red line is a slightly little bit more expensive, but they both, I've seen them both for around about £30 mark. You know, just have a little shop around. The red feels a little bit more superior, a lot more better quality, in my opinion. You know, they've got this lovely knurled rubber grip that I keep referring to. But like I say, optically, they're both pretty much the same. Or when I say optically, I mean the lens arrangement inside. Be aware, though, of this if you are a Barlow user on the gold line, even though these are generally cheaper. If you are on an extreme budget, go for the gold. You're still going to love it. You're still going to have an extremely nice eyepiece. But with this tapered barrel, I haven't actually tried swapping it around because, you know, with a barrel that you may already have got on your existing eyepieces, I don't know whether the thread's the same. I can't imagine why it shouldn't be. But that's the only problem on the gold line, that I just find it a little bit hard to get in certain Barlows and certain diagonals. But yeah, if it were for me, I'd go that extra mile, that extra buck, and go for the red line. It's a fantastic eyepiece. This is my go-to eyepiece, the 20mm. It's brilliant. Now, before I go, folks, I just want to again remind you that svbony now do sponsor this video, and do yourselves a favor and check out any links that are in this video, because you can't beat svbony products in the quality and the prices. Like I keep saying, I've been using them for years, way before my YouTube channel. And also, you'll be doing me a tiny favor as well if you do buy anything from them links, because I do get a small percentage of any sales done from them. Well, I hope that's made your decision in purchasing one of these fine eyepieces that little bit easier for you. And that's about it for another video, folks. Thank you, as always, so much if you have watched this far. There's loads more to come this year, so please don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit all notifications. I do regular videos for the new astronomer. In the meantime, folks, I wish you all clear skies, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.